A very good morning to one and all listening to me and seeing me at this on this channel. Okay, my name is Atul Sir and I am the English faculty with competition classes, teaching for past almost 35 years now. So today the first session I'm taking, I'll be talking about tenses. Tenses we all know is definitely the backbone of English. If tense is not known, I don't think one can continue with English. So let's begin our session of tenses. So it's mainly I focus on basically only on students who are going in for defense forces exams, which includes the RIMC exam, the RMS, and the Sainik School. So we basically focus on that. And so here we begin without wasting much time. So let's start. So basically, you can comment, you pass your comments also with me. Uh, how many tenses are basically there? Basic tenses I'm talking about. So let's begin first of all. Here I go. Tense. Tense means time. The way tense has the meaning time. That is why we just have three tenses, the present time, the past time, and the future time. So this is what I'm going to write. There are three basic tenses. What are they? Number one is the present, the past, and the future. So we have the present, the past, and the future, right? There's not a fourth tense. Yes, now each tense out of these, all of them have four parts. They're further divided into four parts. So I'm going to write the same thing. I want all of you to either note down or remember. Better would be if you can note down all this thing. Okay, so there are each tense, I'm writing each tense has four parts. That means what I mean to say here is the present, the past, and the future all have four tenses. Four more parts, sorry. Okay, so that makes it how many tenses now? 4 3s are 12. Okay, so let me repeat. There are three basic tenses, and each tense has four further parts. That makes it 4 3s are 12. Today, in all, there are 12 tenses. Is that understood? Okay, let's continue. We'll go further. We'll begin with present tense. So we have simple present. Then we have present continuous. Then we have present perfect. I hope it's visible. And then we have the present perfect continuous. Yeah, dear children, English basically is I've been when I've been talking to children, they all fear English. The basic reason for this fear is that the basics are not clear, right? So basics. In fact, why is English spoken all over the world? The reason for this is it is the easiest language, right? But made difficult. So here I am to make English easy for you. Okay, I won't teach by the very traditional method. I'll be doing something new, which I hope you'll find it very exciting and very easy to remember. Okay, so we have four tense, as I told you that each tense is divided into four parts. The present, we start with present. First is simple present. Then we have the present continuous. Then we have the present perfect. And last of all, the present perfect continuous. And it's the same for the other also, for the other tenses. For past, it would be simple past, past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. Same for future. Simple future, future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous. Right? Is it all right? Okay, so here we go. Now, we'll only understand this once we go in for the examples of these. Then we understand it very thoroughly. Okay, so let's begin. I begin with with an example of simple present. He goes to school. Now this is simple present. How do you know simple present? How do we identify simple present is a very basic question to be dealt with here. Yes. Anyone? You can please pass on your comments. I'll be very happy to see them. Right? Yes. So how do we identify simple present? Simple, as we know, should be very simple. But in what sense? The sense is that in simple present, whenever there is a simple attached to it, it means that immediately after noun pronoun there is a verb. Immediately after noun pronoun there is a verb. Nothing in between them. No word in between the noun pronoun and the verb. Nothing in between. Simply. For example, I teach English. Now I teach. Again we have a I is again a pronoun and teach is a verb. So immediately on noun pronoun there is a verb. Right? You understand? Let's have one or two more examples. My mother cooks food. Again, this is a simple present because after my mother we have cooks. Okay, you can make as many examples as you want. Okay, we play cricket. Again, this is we play. Again, it is the pronoun is followed by the verb. You get that? So he goes to school is a simple present. Right? Understood? Okay, let's go for present continuous. Here we have he is going to school. The continuous always has an ing attached to it. There cannot be any continuous without ing. Right? So if it's go, it's going. Otherwise, if it's do, doing, eating, sleeping, drinking, whatever. But it has to have an ing form with it. So what are we using basically? Ing form of the verb. Right? But again, now how do you identify continuous? It's definitely identified by ing. But before ing, something to be noted here. Before ing, you have to use one of these. I'll make a box here. You please copy this box. This is a very important box because this will make you remember it forever. It is, am, and are. With he, she, it. We use is. With we have is, am, and are. He, she, it, and we have I, and then we have you, we, and they. So what do we have? What do we see here? That continuous has an ing form, but before ing form we have to use what? Is with he, she, it. If our subject, if our noun pronoun is he she, it, sorry. If we have our subject is he, she, it, we use is. Only for I, we use am. Because with I, you can neither use is nor are. There's a special word that was invented for I, that is am. Okay? Now, and with you, we, they, what do we use? We use are. You are going to school, we are going to school, and they are going to school. Okay, with these three, we use are. Okay, this box has to be remembered forever. Right? That's why we made it in a box. The boxes are something that we can, it easily catches our attention. Right? So we have in continuous form, as I said, it has to have an ing form. Without ing, there cannot be any continuous. Right? So even in past continuous, even in future continuous, it has to have an ing form. Okay? With present, we are using is mr. With past, I'll be telling you when we reach the past tense. Right? Is it clear? Okay? Next we move on to perfect. Okay, let's start. He has gone to school. Okay? Now, perfect is identified by third form of the verb. All the perfects, present perfect, past perfect, future perfect, have to have the third form. So what do we have? I've already written here. The three forms of verbs of go. Go, went, gone. So what would we be using? We'll be using gone, third form. Again, as it was done in continuous, there has to be something in between he and gone. And what is that? Third form, before third form, we have to use what? Another box coming up. Just take a careful look at it. It has, and then we have. We have he, she, and it. It has, and we have I, you, we, and they. We use have. Right? Third form, but before third form, has, have. Again, depending on what? Depending on our subject, depending on our noun pronoun. Right? With he, she, it, we are using has, and with I, you, we, they, we are using have. Is it very clear? Right? In case there's a problem, if you don't get it, I'm always there to help you out in our next sessions that are going to follow. Right? But this is really, believe me, it is the English made easy, very easy. Right? Why is English spoken all over the world? Because it happens to be the easiest language of the world. Okay? But made difficult by, not being taught properly. Okay? But is it clear till here? Right? ING we use is MR before ING, but with third form, before third form imperfect we use has, have, depending on our subject. Okay, I'm re-repeating it so that you can just know it very thoroughly. Okay, now we have come to the last, is the present perfect continuous. As the name suggests, name past perfect continuous. That means it has a perfect continuous means it is a combination of perfect and continuous. दोनों को मिला के perfect और continuous को मिला के. How? Let's see here. He has been going to school. So what does it do? What does it do? It's a perfect. It takes something from the perfect and something from the continuous. How? It is taking has have from perfect. You can see has brought down, and ing from continuous brought down. And just add been in between. Makes it present perfect continuous. He has been going to school. Clear? Okay, the name perfect continuous itself suggests that it has to have something from perfect continuous. इसका नाम perfect continuous तभी देंगे if it has something from the perfect and something from the continuous. Otherwise क्यों देंगे नाम? Okay, so it borrows has. अगर have होता तो have आ जाता. Is it right? Understood? And then definitely continuous ing तो लेना ही पड़ेगा. And just add been. Been सब में लगेगा, whether it's present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous or future perfect continuous. That means there cannot be a perfect continuous without been. Right? Any problem till now? Please get back to us. Okay? Clear? Can we just go in for a quick uh, revision of all of them? Okay, remember in the just a few minutes back when we were talking about present, simple present, I told you that only present is simple present is the only sentence which has between noun and verb there is nothing comes in between. So what do you see here? In continuous, this is the noun pronoun, this is the verb. What is in between? Is. इनके बीच में क्या आ गया? Is. Perfect में क्या आ गया? He gone. Whatever has come in between? Has. Okay, and in perfect continuous two words are coming. ये हमारा noun pronoun है, ये हमारा verb है, has been. सिर्फ इसी में डायरेक्ट है, nothing in between. That is why it is called simple. Simple क्यों है? क्योंकि noun और verb के बीच में कुछ नहीं है. ठीक है, continuous में ing, before ing what do we use? Is mr. Depending on our subject. He she के साथ is, I के साथ am और you we they के साथ are. क्लियर? आपको करना क्या है? कुछ और सेंटेंस बनाएंगे घर पे आप लोग. मैंने ही से बनाया है, आप आई से बनाइए, यू से बनाइए, वी से बनाइए. राइट? देन यू कैन कीप ऑन एडिंग. आई के साथ आपको आई एम लगाना है, यू के साथ आपको आर लगाना है, इट के साथ आपको शी और इट के साथ आपको क्या लगाना है? इज. दैट्स राइट. ओके, एंड देन वी कम टू परफेक्ट. परफेक्ट ऑलवेज हैज वर्ब की कौन सी फॉर्म? थर्ड फॉर्म. तो थ्री फॉर्म्स ऑफ वर्ब्स हैव टू बी लर्नड. Okay, they are given in grammar books or you can jot it down from the internet, but always keep a hard copy of it. Don't be dependent on soft copy every time. You don't have to look. Take out a hard copy and keep it in your file. Okay, it should be ready before you. Whenever you want to see, not that you keep on searching internet. No, must keep a hard copy of the three forms of verbs. Clear? Okay, so what do we use? Third form, but before third form, what do we use? Has or have. Again, look at this box. With he, she, it is has. With I, you, we, they, it is have. Clear? Any problem? Right? Very clear, I think. That makes it very easy. Now, and this turns out to be the most easy, the easiest, I would say. What does it do? It borrows has or have from the perfect, because name is perfect continuous. And then from ing word from the continuous and just adds been in between. अपना क्या है इसके पास सिर्फ बीन है बाकी सब कुछ ऊपर से मांगा हुआ है देखो can you see it all borrowed except bean okay मैं घर से बीन लाया था दोनों के इनके बीच में चिपका दिए right it's all is borrowed from above देख लो clear any problem okay so it's so easy can we work out on one should I give one sentence let's make out one more sentence shall we okay but I'll be using shortcuts now simple present के लिए मैं लिखूंगा sp present continuous के लिए मैं क्या लिखूंगा pc I'm just using the first letter for perfect present perfect I'll be using pp and for present perfect continuous I'll be using ppc edit sp for simple present pc for present continuous pp for present perfect and ppc for present perfect continuous okay let's take on another example supposing I say I do my work right I do my work so do we all know continuous has to have the ing form क्या हो जाएगा doing continue में तो ing लगने right so it will be I then is we quickly have we quickly we can see it from our box that it has an I has am attached to it right with I we use am so it will be I am and then ing form of do it's a doing my work okay this box is a very ready reckoner easy to identify what you have to use okay that's why I made it in a box are always they get registered in our mind very fast done continuous ing before ing we use is mr depending on our subject okay now we have reached perfect as I told you perfect have which form of verb third form so I've already written what is the third form of do did done it's already mentioned here so we'll be using done but with I what do we use has or have it's clearly written have with I you we they are using have right so I have and we have the third form I have done my work clear any problem right ppc as I told you when we were doing that it turns out to be the easiest although taken as the most difficult so in traditional way when we read with plus plus it becomes a little difficult okay but we've chalked out a very easy program for you what is that since it is a perfect continuous it has to borrow something from perfect so what do we borrow what do we have in our perfect here the other example we had has but now we have so what is right I have I told you been has to be used there can be no perfect continuous without been उसके बिना नहीं हो सकता बीन के बिना परफेक्ट कॉन्टिन्यूस नहीं बन सकता कोई भी परफेक्ट कॉन्टिन्यूस चाहे वो प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट कॉन्टिन्यूस हो पास्ट हो परफेक्ट कॉन्टिन्यूस हो या future perfect continuous been word has to be there okay so I have been and what is it borrow from continuous ing form I have been doing my work so that finishes our the sentence okay I hope you enjoyed because it's quite easy. You try it out with other. Okay, make ample number of sentences. You can make my mother cooks food. You can make my dog barks at night. Okay, I play cricket. You can add any of these. Okay, so thank you for being with me for so long time and listening to me so patiently. I definitely in my next session I get back to you with past tense and then definitely the future tense so that our tense part is over. We have lots of grammar coming up for you. Thank you all.